Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, on face the east, giving all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Shemina Shabbat, Shemar Rakakodash. Divine to the apostles, bishops, elders of great millstone, do rule well and teach well. Shalom to all the sinners, Akim. Push his truth, holding faith throughout the four corners of the earth. While shalom to the fusers, to the sisters, the Aquafium, listening and being obedient to the husband at home, as well as to the one that is scattered abroad. I say shalom. Come back at you with another lesson, Lord willing, y'all desire to be edifying. And first and foremost, I just want to say, call Yahweh Shemel Shabbat Shemel Kakadash. It's on like Donkey Kong, man. You know, every day, every hour is something new. Like, every hour, Trump signing something. He putting a new tariff effect, you know, or it's something with these companies or these banks being more in agreement with stablecoin and Bitcoin and the digitalized currency and things of that nature, man. As well as we see what globally now too. I know I seen Mexico um, doing that thing with their new digitalized system, and who else I saw that was it? It was Mexico. I don't know. Was it Syria? Don't quote me on that, but I know Mexico is they're starting their thing with the new digitalized ID. Over there. You got earthquakes, volcanoes erupting. Major flooding. You have diseases. You have those mosquito diseases over there in China, and you have some new disease that's I just saw dealing with over here in America, Babylon. Your hand and your foot, whatever. HIV rampant, especially down in the South, like Texas, Houston, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, or Atlanta. But you got that. You got the Black Plague, man, the bubonic plague, man. You have Trump doing with the old health care system with the new, bringing in the new, man, out with the old, in with the new. Now everything is digitalized, quote unquote, for what? Efficiency. When it's really to have have everything, everything about you is gonna be on that blockchain, man, and you gonna have to get a RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, to be able to move around, in their new society, in their new way of living, the fourth industrial revolution, man. The NWL, the new order, order, you know. And as we see them setting the stage of you see all these banks transitioning to Bitcoin. I'm following I think it's like Watcher Guru or Bitcoin Guru. It's a lot of these Bank of America, JP Morgan, and things of that nature that's being more ease with the with Bitcoin stable coins and digitalized currency and things of that nature. So you see the system, being set up, to and then what you have blackouts on the horizon. You got all these I think what's that group name, Typhoon, that Chinese hackers, if I'm not mistaken. So what's gonna happen, when you have a blackout? You know, what's going, yeah, right? And then you have that database with ICE, with the Northern Kingdom of them, making sure that you are in their system, man, that you are accounted for. Eventually, all that is going to be funneled into the MOTB, man, and RFID setup, man. Because when the blackouts come, the whole system is down, man. But now, since we can literally put this inside you, hey, man, you're good, basically, man. You can walk in your house. All you got to do is put your palm, to your smart tech lock system. Goddamn Esau Edom monitoring you. All that him Trump coming out with that the new coming out with the new system of a healthcare. Let this car pass. Yeah, like you said, a new way to yeah, you were saying efficiency. You know, the new way to track your health records and things of that nature. That's just him saying, or him, pushing, Babylon the Great into this technocracy, man, oligarchy, man, and everything is going to be funneled through that charagma. You want to get food, you have to, you have to have the charagma. Health records, you have to have the charagma. To be able to move through your 15-minute city, you have to have the charagma. So DA, man, this God, call about Shemel Shabbat Shemar Kakabach, and there's much more, I may be forgetting. Gotta make part 3 or part 2, part 3, part 5, part 6. Like, it's just, man, Babylon is sinking, man. This place is done. And that's why you see Esau Edom, because jumping back into that point, let me read the scripture first, Revelations 12:12. Banger right here. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that they have but a short time. And that's why you see, these banks moving more into the digitalized system, to stablecoin. That's why you see Trump putting out the new orders of moving everything to the cloud, man, uploading everything to the internet, to the cloud, man. Blockchain, stable coins. These are the times we're coming to, man. Squirrel getting his nut. But these are the times that we're coming into, man. Now when all of a sudden, you have you have the startup phase of these banks moving and accepting stable coins and things of that nature. But what's gonna happen when it be a blackout or the grid go down? Like I always point out in my videos, they were saying back in the Juice era, in the Cavassier era, all the grid was overheating. It's going to shut down. Our infrastructure, grid infrastructure is too old. We are susceptible to cyber attacks. When that happens, what is Esau's solution going to be? It's going to be take this charagma, man. It's unhackable. It's efficient. You have all your health records, all your your money, literally inside of you. All under the guise of efficiency and all this extra bullshit, man. Lying wonders, man. These are the times, man, that we coming into, man. Soon, man. This place is through, man. Trump issuing what is a 50% tariff on India now. It's new tariffs every day. It's a 41% tariff on Syria, if I'm not mistaken. And you got the older boomer, like they say, boomers. They when I look, you look on Twitter. And then, mind you, it's a lot of bots, but it's it's a lot of people on there as well, but the boomer generation, a lot of them, man, except, that would be our, if I'm not mistaken, our apostles and our elders, I'll just say that, but except them, but the rest, they're through, man. They don't like, they just brainwashed full steam ahead behind who, Amalek, man. They don't even know nothing about them, and at first, before coming into the truth, you didn't really know anything about Amalek. You know anything about Esau Edom, but especially Amalek, that wasn't really no talking point. But now, since Esau Edom is being found out, the older generation, they don't know what's going on. They just old wine bottles, man. They can't accept anything new, and really, they can't accept the truth, man. And shit, they're heathen anyway, but as well as Jake. But that older generation, man, they just through. They just ultimately what they want to just, make America, Esau, Edom, white again. They just, that's all really they want. That's why they voted so hard for Trump, because that's the spirit, that Trump, aka Nero, is coming off of. But in the times that we coming in, it's the spirit he coming in. But in the times that we're coming into is Jeremiah 30. It's gonna be trouble for all, man. Con. So much news, man. Isaiah 19:1, the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai, rideth upon the swift cloud, chariot, and shall come into Egypt, and the isles of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. Yeah, you even see that, a little bit of that now. You have the infighting of the Republicans, man. You got some that support Amalek, and you have, a lot more. You have more and more people each and every day, by the day, man. There's people saying, F that, Trump, Nero, you said America first. You're putting Amalek first. It's a lot of infighting, man. You got the Republican Mayor Taylor Greene, something like that. MTG, they call her. She's branching away from the Trump administration. I'm seeing, man. She's saying, I'm the real America first, and man, she had put out a bomb today, tweet or whatever. It was, basically saying, Trump, you're lying. You're putting, the JOOs first instead of America, man. And you just got people, that's where I really got that, that boomer, talking about that boomer generation. They just through, man. You got some of them even waking up, man. Because as the scriptures say, and not a tool, boy. Prophecy jumping off the pages. Call all y'all about Shemel Shai. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. And I'll probably end off right here. It says, but thou, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Hey, man, you even got some of the older generation, man. That's like, man, Trump, you're wrong, man. Down here, down here in BR, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I was with my kin, and we were driving, through the city or whatever. And you got these old, elderly Edomites, man. I'm talking about like elderly, probably around there, probably the lowest age would probably be like 55, 57, but they were older, elderly, they were up in age, and they was like, honk if like basically Trump not doing right, they had a sign up where he was a PDF file, honk if he's and people, I heard a honk, man, like, hey man, I'm like, hey man, Esau, Edom, you're being found out, man. More and more people are like, man, it don't matter who you vote for. They all run by who? Amalek, man. More and more, you see more and more there in the comments, man. Because it's all a charade. All of them people are on the list, man. Because, they're freaks, Esau, Edom, man, as a whole, man. Even you people that's getting on them, man, y'all gotta go, man. Y'all have to go, man. And then you get, like, going back into it, you got the infighting of MAGA. They're through, man. So these are the times when we come into, man. More and more people, goddamn cicadas are loud, man. Welcome to the South. But, what I was saying. Yeah, more and more people are going to be taken to the streets, man. You got Esau, Edom, that cruel Lord, man. Nero coming down with great wrath on them teats, man. On them victuals, man. On that snap. To ultimately, that stuff that's gonna be taken away, man. That's gonna be taken away, man. That's gonna be taken away, man. Eventually, ultimately, you're gonna have to receive, that charisma, man. That RFID here, just to even be set up. in this new society, man. Fucking Keisha, that's the spirit, goddamn. El Apostle Todd coined him a chaos gremlin or goblin, you know. But man, every day, man, every hour, it's something new, man. Babylon is falling, man. We would have healed Babylon, man, but it cannot be healed, man. Ain't no more. Hey, take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed, but it can't be healed, man. The sins have reached unto heaven, man. Yahweh Shmuel Shai, has given Esau Edom an appointed time. And now the Lord, he's done with Esau Edom, man. Now what? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We're about to rule again, man. And we're going to be so appreciative, like Elder Yashwamba was going to, because we see, man, giving it to another people, especially Esau Edom, the world is running shambles, man. It's nothing but chaos, violence. We're a God-fearing nation, but you setting all these body boy laws, man, for them, protecting them, man. So, hey, man, we're glad, man. We're rejoicing, man. The elect, the hopeful elect, our desire to be an elect number, Male Apostle tone on down. We rejoicing, man, because we're tired of this shit, man. Seeing these goddamn gremlins. Elder Apostle Carl was going into that, man. And I went into that last night. I was doing a video, but I had canceled it. Going in, because I had went into a store, and that's the spirit, he talked about it as well. Him going to a store, I be trying to hurry up. That's right, man. I went to the store, a grocery store yesterday with my people. I'm like, you just step in there, man. Even outside, you just see all of the different demonic spirits, man. You walk in there, Big Shirley, with damn near no clothes on, with bonnets, with a badass churn. Even these Edomites, man. Them the heathen, just freely shopping with us, man. It's just all out of order, man. You see nothing but all these marked up ass, defiled ass food prices. Here it is, it's pumped with, and it's not medical advice, no medical advice at all. Free speech. All these, it's pumped with, these hormones and. All this, the juicy juice and all that. Like, damn, Yahweh Shmuel Shai, how long? We got to get out of here, man. Our nation is a degenerate vine. It's a degenerate plant now. Esau Edom, ruling over. Like, man, it was nothing but chaos. I'm like, come on, man. Come on, can we go? Jake in there smelling, foaming up the whole aisle, smelling like goddamn. Blacks and weed with long dreadlocks. I'm like, can we get out of here, man? Let's go, But ultimately, everything has to change, man. Ultimately, Babylon the Great just have to be obliterated and flattened, man. Because we see this Western influence, this which goes back into Esau Edom mindset. We see it scattered across the four corners, and that's why you got to be put in your rightful place, Esau Edom, at the bottom, man. Because it's nothing but pridefulness and, Keisha just pumped up with pride. Jake pumped up with pride, and he got it from who? Esau Edom, man. My long chin ass, man. But, hey, Yahweh Shmuel Shai, he bringing that fire, man. And the time is ticking for Esau Edom. But with that, go on this list with edifying. I say, call on Yahweh Shmuel Shai, Shmuel Kakodash. The honor to the apostles, bishops, elders, a great millstone, do rule well and teach well. Shalom to them, third scattered bride, say shalom. Detail about the war, shalom, shalom.